How's it going, guys? Welcome to the channel. So today we got chapter 25 of Phantom Seer, and it's not exactly what I expected it was going to be. I'd be lying if I said this is what I expected we were going to get this week. Either way, there were parts about it that I liked, parts about it that I didn't like nearly as much. Nothing that I hated about it, but some parts did fall a little flat, but I'll explain that when we get there. Anyway, we start off still in the basement, obviously, with everybody that was there previously. And Riku starts returning to normal size along with Iori. Iori, unfortunately, still passed the hell out. He's not going to wake up anytime soon, at least not on his own. So the Puppet Master says she doesn't want to do this in the basement because she doesn't want the dolls to be hurt by anyone. Or the dolls to hurt anyone else. Something around there. Anyway, either way, she wants to go somewhere else. So she literally just walks straight past Kondo and Kenma. Kondo actually calls it out, like, she really thinks she can just walk past us like that? Alright, fine. And yeah, it turns out she can. In fact, this entire chapter, this is kind of Amelia's chapter. Kind of the Puppet Master's chapter. She kind of runs shit the entire time, and she might be a little bit more formidable than I expected. I mean, obviously, I expected her to be strong. She's a conceiving hand. They were all stated to be much stronger than Kanzuki. So, yeah, I didn't expect her to just mollywop people with no problems at all. That's basically what she's done so far. So, she walks right past them, continues to go upstairs. Kenma and Kondo end up following her after they just get Bruce Lee blocked. Like, they literally just bounced right off of her, no problem at all. But Riku goes to heal Iori with a barrier, kind of what I expected her to do. I assume this is phantom-ish powers, so a barrier would probably destroy the black stuff in Iori without hurting Iori. Great, good, awesome. We come back to them for just a second later in the chapter, but it doesn't really focus on them very much. We go straight upstairs with everybody else, and, yeah. Kondo and Kenma decide to do a combo attack because Kondo tries saying that whoever attacks first wins. I don't really know what gave her this idea. This was actually probably Kondo's weakest showing to me in this series so far. This was not a great chapter for Kondo because she says that. It fails. It gets blocked just like the previous attacks did. I mean, it literally looks like the attack just goes straight away from the Puppet Master. It doesn't look like Amelia does anything at all. It's kind of scary, actually. We obviously learn how she is doing these things throughout the chapter because she has all these little white and black paper talismans flying around her. And she uses the white talismans to deflect attacks. And then then we learn what the black talismans are for as Kondo just falls flat on her face out of nowhere, and turns out, yeah, she got slammed by like 5 or 6 of these things in the back and cut her to shit, so she's down right now. She really didn't do a damn thing. Kind of got one shot. That sucks. I was really enjoying this character, and she just gets mollywopped this chapter. Never what you want to see, but hey, strong showing for the Puppet Master at least. Gives us some good fights to look forward to, I would hope, considering Kondo's probably one of the weakest, if not the weakest person here. I assume she'd probably be a little bit more handy in a fight than Riku, but Riku's not exactly a fighter. So anyway, next we have the Puppet Master basically reiterating kind of the things she was talking about before, about how the dolls take on the sins, the bad omens, the filth of humanity. I didn't necessarily love how much she kept talking about this stuff this chapter, because it kind of felt like a lot of the time she was just reiterating things we had already heard. With that being said, I'm not gonna knock it that much because she didn't say any of this to Kenma and Kondo before. Last time she talked about this, she was talking to Iori and Riku. So, in universe, this is brand new for these people. So, I will let Amelia go with that one, even though on my side of things, being the reader, she can quit telling us about the dolls and the shamans using the dolls and the kids using the dolls, and I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore, Amelia. You're showing me some really badass potential, but you're droning on. I don't care about your dolls. Nobody cares about your dolls. I mean, they're cool, but I don't really care about their feelings. I might be a little bit of an ass right now, but I don't care about the dolls and their feelings. Granted, that's kind of why she is a villain in the first place, so it makes sense. It's fine. I'm going to keep rolling with it. I'm part of the problem in Amelia's eyes. So she tells us about this, and Yori actually starts to regain his consciousness a little bit after he saw the ritual that the doll that attacked him. Terrible grammar, probably. I don't really care. Anyway, the doll that attacked him, all that black stuff inside of him, he was able to see from that doll's perspective when it went through a ritual being used by shamans. And it wasn't a pretty sight. He got to see a pretty ugly side of shamans. He actually comments on that and says, I saw something I didn't want to see. I'm guessing that's what he's talking about, the kind of ugly side of shamans. And just, well, I assume he was the doll in that ritual. Probably wasn't very fun. Come to think of it, I wonder if that's all the pain he was feeling previously was all of the pain the doll felt while it was going through the ritual. I wonder if that's kind of what was going on there. Anyway, we cut straight back from that and go straight back to the other fight. So, hey guys, real quick, I have no idea why, but my video cut out and my camera didn't record anything for the rest of the video, so I hope you guys enjoy Black Screen Pirate Hunter, and I'm gonna let you get right back into it, so have fun. It is now Kenma's turn to get his shit wrecked. That's what I'm saying. This is not how I thought this was going to go. I thought Kenma and her were going to kind of go back and forth a little bit more. Nah, she kind of just wrecks his shit. He's figuring out how this ability works. He understands that the white ones deflect attacks, the black ones cause shockwaves. What he didn't understand was that he was literally walking right into a circle of black ones that were all sitting on the ground in a circle, waiting to, like I said, wreck his shit. So that was not good. And after that, we basically just get the Puppet Master, or Amelia. She keeps reiterating she doesn't like being called the Puppet Master, but I'm going to make a deal with her. When she stops calling Kenma the Tengu Master, I will stop calling her the Puppet Master, and I'll call her Amelia. It's going to be fair here. Nobody gets the mean nickname, or everybody gets the mean nickname, okay? Granted, I'm not calling Kenma Tengu Master, but hey, whatever. Not entirely fair. She's the bad guy. She doesn't get fair. Deal with it. Moving on. Kenma really wasn't hurt too bad by that little circle blast thing. At least it didn't seem like he was super hurt. So they kind of have a back and forth. She keeps going on about the dolls using her. She's not the puppet master. The dolls use her to get their vengeance. Yada, yada, yada. They kind of have an idyllic clash going on. And Kenma actually tells her, he's like, you're kind of mistaken in all of this. Most shamans don't use dolls anymore. Now, with us now having that piece of information, it kind of makes the Puppet Master's whole obsession a little less gratifying, I guess I would say. Or, that's not the proper word. What am I looking for? Justified? It doesn't seem as justified if not that many shamans use dolls anymore. And she goes on to say, well, you're all the same. You're using Tengu like you would use dolls, like she said previously. Or I guess that was the doll that they fought earlier that said that. But she reiterates it, and this is when we get to the part of the chapter for Kenma that I really did enjoy. This is not what I expected at all out of him, this chapter. I expected him to show more combat ability and potential. But we see a kinder side of him. We see the protective side, not the fighting side. Because after Amelia or the Puppet Master tries to tell him, you just use them like tools, she tries to attack the Tengu directly. Kenma uses a spiritual connection, tells them to run away. Unfortunately, Shichiro, the little tiny crying one, I'm guessing the littlest of the little brothers, he was not able to get away. Kenma jumps in at the last minute and takes the blast full force to the back, protecting the Tengu, which is something that the Puppet Master did not see coming at all, and kind of goes to prove Kenma's point, that she's looking at Shaman wrong. Most of them don't do that anymore. He doesn't do that. He doesn't treat the Tengu like that. He wants to protect the Tengu just as much as they are there to protect him. So she's kind of getting shut down in all of her idyllic approaches to this. She's kind of getting put in her place a little bit, and while at first she did have me a little bit sympathetic towards the idea of like, yeah, that kind of sucks. That's kind of some messed up shit. If the dolls can like feel and tell what's going on, that's messed up. But knowing that that's not a common practice anymore, and watching Kenma just damn near get himself killed, because he passes right out after this. He has a nice little moment with Shichiro. Shichiro's his big brother. He says, don't worry, I'm always going to protect you. He falls over on his face. He's hurt bad. He's out. So he damn near gets himself killed just to protect the Tengu when she said he was using it like a tool. You don't kill yourself to protect the tool. You don't kill yourself to protect many things at all. So yeah, she's kind of getting shut down right away. And my God, this is really making me hope that we get like Kondo, Kenma, Iori, Riku, and Mr. Akama to just wipe the floor with her. I hope we get to a point a few chapters from now where it's all 5 of them finally grouped back up, the whole group together. And I kind of want to get her, see her get her shit wrecked, because she's just annihilating everybody that I like in this series, and I'm kind of tired of it. I was kind of liking her for a second, but Iori's dragged me back to the good side, and I'm tired of it. We need to get her out of here. We're done with her. Get her out. Anyway, that's really the end of the chapter, actually. We really just spent most of this chapter kind of building up to Kenma's sacrifice to show her, to prove to her, nah, you're bullshitting. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to everybody. That's not true anymore. Yeah, in the past, it was kind of messed up, but we're not like that. So, yeah, I don't know what's happening next chapter. Maybe Riku's going to get Iori back on his feet, and they're going to be able to come in, or maybe Mr. Akama's finally going to show up. Because right now, we got Kondo and Kenma both on the ground with the Puppet Master with not a single scratch on her. So we're not in a good position. No matter how beautiful that last moment was with Kenma and his Tengu and all that, that was great. We're not sitting in a good spot. We're sitting in a very dangerous spot, actually. So yeah, something's going to have to happen quick. Otherwise, somebody might die. I don't think anybody's going to die right now. At least not at the beginning of the next chapter or anything. But we're going to have to hurry just a little bit. Things going to have to swing back in our direction. We're in Kaiju number 8 too, and they're kind of getting their footing and pushing back on what's going on over there. We're going to have to pick it up and get on the same page. Otherwise, things are going to start getting real ugly. Hell, they're already real ugly. Iori's down, Kenma's down, Kondo's down. Riku's trying to heal Iori right now. Mr. Akama's somewhere. I assume he's been doing something useful in the background. At least, I would hope so. And yeah, that's about all I got. Like I said, I like how powerful Amelia is. I enjoy the fact that she is living up to her name as a conceiving hand. She's honestly stronger than I thought she was going to be. But yeah, I hope we don't have her continue to iterate this stuff about the dolls. It's been explained. We get it. They get it. Let's get down to business. Enough preaching, I would say. Like I said, still have a ton of fun with this chapter, but I think we've gotten enough of her when it comes to this whole doll talk. And yeah, hopefully Kenma gets a little bit redemption, because he needs some redemption after this. Not for like the sake of his character status, but against the Puppet Master. He deserves a little retribution there. I guess I would say was a better word. Retribution is what he really deserves right now. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the chapter. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. With that being said, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.